Sup nerds, I'm Wes.
I'm Tom.
If you like football and monsters and trick-taking games, this is the game for you. So before we get started, quick disclaimer, this is a Kickstarter preview video, which means we have a prototype in front of us, and while some of the artwork may change, some of the components may swap around a little bit, we did get a good look at how this game works, what's great about it, and we are able to tell you all about it.
So Savage Bowl is a trick-taking game where, and I'm going to explain the rules as if it's a 4 or 5 player game, slightly different numbers for 4 players, but I'm going to talk about 5 players because it's just easier to keep it all in one lane. You're going to play 12 tricks, and you want to win exactly 2 tricks.
And if you win 3 tricks, you're out.
You're gone. You're done.
3 strikes, you're out. That's the wrong sport.
That's wrong sport.
You're killing me, Smalls.
But also, I just said it's for 5 players. 12 tricks. You want to know exactly 2. Well, each player can win 2, and there's still 2 more tricks to play, so at least 2 people are going to get knocked out every round.
But there's a little bit of tricky because in the first 5 of those rounds, if you win the trick, you might get a card, and so the second player actually wins the trick.
Yeah, well, not round 5 is the trick. It's hard to... Okay, we're going to do 5 rounds. Each round we're going to do 12 tricks. For the first 5 tricks of every round, it's a little bit wonky. Like he just said, it's if you win the trick, you actually get the yellow card. You were too aggressive. Is that a whistle?
In soccer, it's a whistle.
But that wasn't a whistle. That was... What is that?
That's when you do a whistle.
That is not a whistle.
Have you never done...
So if you win the trick, you actually get... You don't put it in your score pile. You actually get knocked out for the next round. So the next round is going to be 4 players instead of 5 players.
But also, whoever got second place does win the trick.
Correct. So for the first 5 tricks of every 12 trick round, you play it a little bit differently. Which also influences, because after those 5 tricks, then for the remaining... 12 minus 5... 7. For the remaining 7 tricks... You play with the same cards still, right? So you're like, well, I want to play this to be second, but I still want to save these to win. But again, you don't want to win too many, because you can win your second trick and then do exactly what happened to me once, where I looked at my hand and go, oh, well, I just won, so I'm starting this trick, but all I have is high cards. And also, it's like, there's only like 3 cards left.
So you may almost want to risk a card early on to get rid of some of your high trump cards.
Honestly, winning in those first 5 tricks where you get knocked out is kind of good, because also if you get knocked out, then the next trick is played without you, so you're gonna have 1 more card in your hand than everyone else.
Wrong.
You always burn a card face down onto here to help keep track of the rounds and stuff, so you're still getting rid of as many cards every round as everybody else is. So then you can just straight up get rid of a card that's going to be hard to get rid of to complete the goal or whatever you want to do. You already have 2 tricks, but I have a really high trump card. I'm just going to up it up.
So I know I mentioned at the beginning that it's a prototype, so component quality may change. But even with a prototype, it looks fantastic. The artwork is super fun. It's all kinds of like crazy football, monsters, and animals and all kinds of stuff. But also the trump cards are holographic, which even as a prototype, I appreciate that a lot. But it's a fun thing to add that, one, makes it super easy to tell which one's the trump card. It's the one that looks different from everything else. But I also really, like, from my old days of, like, cracking Magic packs or cracking Star Wars Unlimited packs now, like, whenever that foil card comes up, I get excited about it.
There is also a sort of mini expansion here with chameleon cards that will copy cards, but at the time of this recording, I haven't played with that mixed in there. But if I do play it after the recording, before editing, I'm going to cut in right here. Sup nerds, so yes, I have since played with this expansion, the Chameleons. It is really a micro expansion, because what it allows you to do is once per round, you can spend it, like flip it over like that, to copy the suit, right? So you're following suit. Let's say if somebody plays this green 4, and you're like, oh, I don't have any greens, but I still want to win. You can flip this over to say, hey, this RNG 11 is the followed suit, right? It's following suit. It's the green. It's the lead suit. So obviously you can't ever start a round by using the chameleon, but it's a nice extra little extra thing thrown in there. But one other thing about this game that we didn't really mention too much in the video is these like trophies that you get if you're the first person to get 2 tricks in a 5-player game or 3. in a 4-player game is, so obviously this just tells everybody, hey, I've got 2 tricks. I could get knocked out if I win one more. But also, it's worth 2 points if you successfully end the round with those 2 tricks, which, very tall order. I have yet to see anybody do that in a game, but this is another extra, again, a little more spice, little more spice thrown in there.
So Allplay's been doing a ton of trick-taking games lately, which is great because I absolutely love trick-taking games, but we keep using the phrase, like, not baby's first trick-taking game. But in terms of, like, even this Kickstarter project where we have Sick Tricks, which we also have a preview video for, up to Sail and Sail Legacy, I do think this one kind of fits in the middle, where it's a pretty straightforward trick-taking game as far as the actual gameplay goes. The kind of the minutia and the difficulty comes in, like, when you want to win tricks and when you don't. Sick Tricks is probably a little bit simpler because you're just bidding on what you think you'll do in the game. Sail is a lot more complicated with, like, the campaign and the story and trying to drive your ship and all of that. This does fit very nicely in the middle, probably a little bit more towards Sick Tricks than Sail, I would say.
Overall, we did have a good time with Savage Bowl and Sick Tricks. If you want to check out the video for that, I mean, it's all on the same Kickstarter, so it's just scroll up or down or
We haven't
whatever.
had a chance to play Sail Legacy yet, but we did play Sail. We have a full review for that on our YouTube channel as well, which you should also check out. And the other thing you should check out is Game Toppers. It's the table we're filming on. They're our channel sponsor. We absolutely love them. And the other thing you should check out...
Subscribe.
Oopsie. Man, kind of.
Doesn't matter.
Mom, you're so rough.